Welcome to Crimson Guitars and welcome to a digression. I am supposed to be working on this guitar right now. It is on my bench. The chickens are in the corner berating me saying, why aren't you working on this guitar? But I am not. Not today and not for a few weeks. I'm not 100% convinced that what I have in mind for the bridge and the pickup and the way it's all going to finally come together is right. And I'm not going to pull the trigger until I am certain that the designs I have are going to work exactly as the guitar deserves. So, with that in mind, a digression, a total digression. If you're here for a guitar build, I'm sorry. You might enjoy this, you might not. We will see. Burn it. Haha, yay! Deep down in my soul, I feel the need to complete a project because that's what I'm supposed to be doing right now. And in fact, I've got a couple of things on the card while I'm thinking about Nebula that I'm going to do. The second, which will be next week's Saturday video, is I am ripping this workshop out. Not entirely, but I'm going to completely take the whole thing apart, redesign where everything goes, and improve it, and unbox a couple of new tools. I say a couple, a new tool. And bits and pieces, and sort through my vintage tool collection, and I will show you what some of those bits and pieces are, and figure out what I don't need in here, and figure out what I do. And it's gonna be cathartic for me. I feel the need to clear the decks a little bit. I'm feeling somewhat anxious at the moment. There's too much going on, there's too much here, there's too much mess. And I want to tidy up to clear my brain so I can get back to guitar building. My true purpose. But today's video, all of that being said, this is a stunning, beneath the horrendous rust, a stunning Spiers Ayr smoother. It's not a smoother plane. Jack plane. And this poor thing has been utterly abused. And we're going to restore her and see where we end up. 1920s or earlier, I'm not entirely sure, but it's going to be fun. Enough talking. Let's get restoring. Let's not put it down on Nebula. Okay, this poor thing has obviously been sitting in a damp shed or workshop for a long time. And we are... Well, I really do think that I'm going to get this back into perfect working condition. Now, I get a lot of tools through, as well as Crimson Guitars. I have a side little business that went a little bit crazy, and we buy and sell vintage tools on a daily basis and have more than 8,000 listed on the website vintagetoolshop.com. And this one came in and it is so perfectly rusty and horrifically bad that I said, you know what? I can just see a cool thumbnail with a before and after. And while it looks horrifically rusty, I think I can get this back to patinated, but very attractive and perfectly usable. And, well, here's that process. Yuck. Nice. So what we've got here is the bulk of the rust removed just on one small section using a machinist's scraper, basically. And you can use an old screwdriver if you need to. You can grind the end of a chisel, all sorts of things. It's not the most rapid way of doing this, but I do like to get rid of most of the rust, if at all possible, before moving on to machines. So let's do that, shall we? What's up? Coming in? No. Gently does it, and it's supported by the infill here. At this stage, I could move over to a bench grinder with a silicone abrasive wheel on it and make some noise and throw a lot of dust into the air. Or I could just carry on and get the rest gone with the scrapers. And this gives a particularly smooth and delicious feel to the metal. And if I can do it tidily, it'll be a nice finish. Let's see what I can do. Perfect. That is a good way to properly level the sole of a plane as well. We've got, it's perfectly flat, perfectly level, and also very, very smooth. And ready to be used. I'm going to regret selling this one, to be honest. I do not normally go to this level. Anyhow, so the sides I am not going to do to this extent because I don't want to remove the patina, the look and the feel of a beautiful old plane. So we're going to use some abrasives, some light abrasives. For polishing rubber, medium should do. Actually, I'm going to go with a 320 grit paper on a leveling beam first. Get rid of just a little bit more of the substrate. But we're going gentle. Gentle indeed. I'm also very dirty. We're getting there. Getting that. You can also use the fret polishing rubber to clean off the waste and rubbish and mess on the wood. It's very gentle. Now it seems to me that almost every vintage tool I see has little specks of white paint on it somewhere. So the wood is clean. It's a little bit loose here, and I haven't done anything on the brass or the gunmetal yet. But this is enough progress for today, and well, I'll be back tomorrow for more. My phone just keeps on going off. A little bit better now. More tomorrow. Morning. I'm going to start out by slightly cleaning up the cap iron with fret polishing rubbers. It's a little loose. I'm going to use some thin Starbond super glue. Polish. Fantastic. Shiny. Okay, onto the woodwork, and I'm going to use guitar finishing oil just to bring it up. If I wanted to bring it to do it absolutely perfectly full, you know, as new restoration, rather than a sympathetic restoration, I would use shellac basically and build it up and do all of that. But we want to keep the feeling of age and the patina and how I don't want to remove all of the character of this plane. Not by a long shot. Penetrating guitar finishing oil to start. And this is the secret. 3-in-1 oil or something like that, over time, burns off. Guitar finishing oil cures and protects the metal. So we leave the oil to do its thing for a little while. Go back to the blades. Fresh tissue. And remove all of the excess oil at this point. It's been about 5-6 minutes on a warm day, and that's pretty much all you need. I find myself wondering if I could justify keeping this one. But there we go. Needs a bit of setup. It's sharp. It's always a little bit more finicky with a plane that has to be tapped to adjust. But they don't make them like this anymore. A little bit of finagling to do there, but I'm very, very happy with this tool. I hope you've enjoyed this. It's obviously a digression from my normal day-to-day. I am planning on doing videos of this ilk, or at the very least talking about tools on Tuesdays on the main channel. Yeah, I'm going to get back to guitar building in a week or two. I need a little I need a little break. This plane is going to be available on vintagetoolshop.com, and well, currently there's a sale going on there, so 15% off everything on the website, all 8,000 plus chisels and planes and you name it, it's there. In the meantime, let me know in the comments below what you think of the tool, of the restoration techniques. I could have used power tools, I could have used a bench grinder with wheels and things like that, but I'm not in that mood. I would rather spend a little bit longer and have a nice, quiet, respirator-free experience. So there we go. Thanks for watching. Click like, subscribe. Come back soon. Goodbye.